The Bitcoin halving is an important event that happens every 4 years in the cryptocurrency world. It's a process that decreases the reward miners get for checking Bitcoin transactions. This event affects how much Bitcoin is available and how many people want it. So if you're thinking about investing or trading Bitcoin, it's crucial to know what it is and how it operates. In this video, we'll explain what Bitcoin halving is, talk about its history, and discuss how it can affect the cryptocurrency market. However, before we begin our video, we would greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel and also press the bell icon. Let's get started understanding the basics of the Bitcoin halving. Bitcoin halving, also known as the halvening, is a big deal in the life of Bitcoin. This event happens about every 4 years or after every 210,000 blocks are mined. When a halving occurs, the number of new Bitcoins, EIT created approximately every 10 minutes, called block rewards, gets cut in half. For example, in May 2020, the block reward went down from 12.5 to 6.25 BTC, and that was the third halving in Bitcoin's history. The person who made Bitcoin, who we don't know much about and just call Satoshi Nakamoto, put this halving thing into Bitcoin's rules. It's meant to control how many Bitcoins there are and make them sort of like precious things, such as gold, which are hard to find. This planned reduction in Bitcoin supply will keep happening until there are 21 million Bitcoins in the world, and that's expected to be around the year 2140. The Bitcoin halving is a really big deal for miners. These are folks who use expensive computers to do tough math problems and check transactions on the Bitcoin network. When miners do a good job, they get rewards in the form of new Bitcoin's block rewards and fees paid by people using Bitcoin. But when a halving happens, those block rewards get cut down. This can make it tough for miners who aren't super efficient because they might not make enough money to keep mining. This could mean there are fewer miners out there, which would make the network's computing power or hash rate go down. Here's the interesting part. As time goes on and those block rewards keep shrinking, the fees people pay for their Bitcoin transactions will become more important for miners. Also, if the price of Bitcoin goes up because there aren't as many new ones coming into the world, that could help miners make up for the smaller block rewards. So it's a bit of a balancing act for miners to stay profitable. Historical background. Previous Bitcoin halvings and their price impact. Bitcoin has seen 3 halving events since it started in 2009. People in the crypto world always talk a lot about these halvings, especially about how they might affect the price of Bitcoin. The first halving happened in November 2012. It was a big deal because it was the first time the reward for mining a block went down from 50 Bitcoins to 25. Satoshi Nakamoto, the mysterious person who made Bitcoin, had a unique plan for how new Bitcoins would be made, and this was the first real test of that plan. What's interesting is that after this halving, the price of Bitcoin started going up. Some folks think there's a link between less new Bitcoins being made and the price going up. The second halving was in July 2016, and it reduced the block reward to 12.5 Bitcoins. Just like the first time, Bitcoin's price went up a lot over the next year or so. It's hard to say for sure if the halving caused this, but some experts say that having fewer new Bitcoins around probably had something to do with it. The third halving took place in May 2020, and it lowered the reward for mining a block to 6.25 Bitcoins. People all around the world who are interested in cryptocurrency were really paying attention to this event. After this happened, the price of Bitcoin went up a lot in the year that followed. Now, when we look at these past events, it might seem like there's a pattern halving, then Bitcoin price goes up. But it's important to know that the cryptocurrency market is super complicated and lots of different things can affect the price. So just because this happened in the past doesn't mean it will happen the same way in the future. The next halving is expected to take place in April 2024, but the exact day depends on how fast the blockchain grows between now and then. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. Beyond Bitcoin, halvings for other cryptocurrencies. Even though Bitcoin is the most famous cryptocurrency, it's important to know that the idea of halving isn't only for Bitcoin. Many other cryptocurrencies, especially those that use the proof-of-work system, also have their own halving events. These halvings in other cryptocurrencies work kind of like Bitcoins. They're meant to control how many new tokens come into the world, making sure there aren't too many and maybe making them more valuable. Take Litecoin, for example. It's one of the earliest cryptocurrencies that came after Bitcoin, often called an altcoin. Just like Bitcoin, Litecoin has its own halving event, and it happens about every 4 years. Miners who help run the Litecoin network get rewarded with a certain number of Litecoins for each block they add to the blockchain, just like how Bitcoin miners get rewarded with Bitcoins. So, this halving thing isn't just for Bitcoin. It's used in other cryptocurrencies too. But here's something interesting. Every 4 years, the reward for mining in these cryptocurrencies gets cut in half. Let's take a closer look at a couple of examples. First, there's Litecoin. Its most recent halving happened in August 2019. Before that, miners got 25 Litecoins for each block they added to the blockchain. But after the halving, it became 12.5 Litecoins. And guess what? There's another Litecoin halving expected in 2023, where the reward will be slashed down to just 6.25 Litecoins. Now, let's talk about Bitcoin Cash. It's like a close cousin of Bitcoin, so it does similar things. It had a halving too in April 2020. Before that, miners got 12.5 Bitcoin Cash tokens for each block. But after the halving, it became 6.25 tokens. These halving events in other cryptocurrencies are a big deal. They can affect how much money miners make, and sometimes it can make it harder for miners who aren't super good at it. Plus, it can even impact how safe the network is. So even though Bitcoin is the star, these other cryptocurrencies have their own halving stories too. In conclusion, the Bitcoin halving is a captivating event that holds immense significance in the world of cryptocurrency. Through this video, we've journeyed together, unraveling the intricacies of this phenomenon, exploring its historical impact on Bitcoin's price, and even delving into its relevance beyond the world of Bitcoin. As we navigate the ever-evolving landscape of digital currencies, one thing is clear: knowledge is power. Understanding the Bitcoin halving equips you with the insights to make informed decisions in the world of crypto investments and trading. We invite you to continue this exciting journey with us by subscribing to our channel. Your support fuels our mission to demystify the world of cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. Remember, your comments are invaluable, so share your thoughts below, and together, let's explore the limitless potential of the crypto universe. Thank you for joining us, and until next time, stay curious and stay crypto savvy.